last video, I believe, the car wasn't running. I said that I was going to take it over to a guy's house that knew a lot more tuning than what I do. A lot more. So I ended up taking it over to his house. Thanks to Derek Wyckoff, he got it solved. And somebody could have got me for probably $400 fast. So I was thankful to him. He said, "Hey man, just bring it over. We'll look at it." I didn't waste any time. I held him up to it, rented a car trailer. My car trailer's full during the winter. I put all my summer stuff inside there. Couldn't do it, but I said, man, I'm on my way. Set for a weekend, got it over there. Like, thank God. Ended up to be a $45 part, which I ran mine for a year. And within that year, I might have started it, I don't know, 20 times, something like that. So, and I think what he hooked a laptop to it. I tried to get him to send a video over, to show what he did, and I should have been behind him doing it and filming it, but I wasn't. I stood over here to the side. I clicked the ignition on and off for him, what he needed. I wasn't thinking about it. I was just thinking about, man, just getting the car, getting it done. So, but I should have. But anyway, one of these, right, map, measures absolute pressure. Oh, manifold absolute pressure. I think it's how you map sensor. So he got it done. This is another one that I had laying around. It's not the one that, I forget where the other one's at, but this one just sticks in. The other one's stuck in, and then it had a bolt in the back where you can screw it in, and it fits on the back of the manifold. So he's saying, man, you got some kind of funky readings on his laptop of that. So knowing my luck in life, and I told him this, I said, there's no way it's this easy. No way. There's something else. And he said, let's start with that first. Derek said, let's start with that first. I said, all right, but normally in my life, shit like that doesn't go so simple. There's got to be something else. So he said, let's try it. I said, all right, hang on. Had to clean the camera. Looked a little foggy there, but anyway. And I said, okay, we'll try that. He looked it up, had one at AutoZone, $45. Went and bought one. Came back, put it in. He updated my ECM. He said my ECM was out of date. So he updated that for me. We plugged that in, cranked it over, and I wasn't thinking, sorry Derek, but the way it always done it to me was if I revved it up and it wouldn't go past $4,000, then it wasn't right. He knew right off getting off the trailer something was weird, which I knew something was weird, but he even said that ain't, because this is I bought this motor off of him, so he knows exactly what it sounds like and everything. He goes, something's weird. So we pull it back. So as soon as it fired up after we put that map sensor in, he knew it was okay. Me, I did not. So I took it past $4,000. I took it to like $5,000, and I knew right then. I said, it's fixed. And he's over there going like this because his daughter's in there asleep in the house, but I wasn't thinking. So anyway, so got that taken care of. I couldn't believe how simple it was because, like I told him, I said, nothing goes that simple in my life. It's something, it has to be, it's a lot harder. So here, side of it, I don't know if you can see it, but It's right down in here. I'll get a light. It's that right there. And that's what it was. So, like I said, see how that one's got a bolt that goes through it. But yeah, it's mounted to the back of the intake. So, and that's what it was. So, like I said, thank Derek, I'm telling you, because someone could have got me for $400 and then put that in and made a killing off of me, and I appreciate it a lot. Like I said, I should have been over there. I should have been over there looking and figured it out, so next time I can check it on my own. So I think what I'll do now is I'm not going to touch nothing, but I'll hook my laptop up and I'll watch all the readings off of everything, and I'll make notes of it. So I'll make notes of where the map sensor is, the pressure is, and everything else. I need to make sure, and I'll jot them all down. So if anything looks funny in previous, I know what to go off of. So, but I didn't think. I mean, all I did was I unplugged it and I popped the motor out. Now, wouldn't you think? I mean, putting it back in. I mean, I didn't. It stayed with the intake. I bagged everything up. Didn't think anything of it. Don't know why it went bad. Maybe when I was unplugging it, something happened. So, don't know. But thank God it's fixed. So, got that taken care of. So the next thing I've been working on really is just trying to get the radiator mounted. I went and got a different, let's see. My other radiator sitting back there. It's a much longer radiator. I got the front end off. It's sitting here. Smaller radiator gives me a little bit more room. So what I did is took ratchet straps, got them mounted to the ceiling here. That's what helps support the radiator in, holds it, so I can make everything, the bracket and everything else down there. So beforehand, I had these goofy things. They mounted up underneath the frame like that. The radiators sit on them. Goofy as hell. So when I was over at Derek's, I said, man, be honest. Tell me what you think about them. And they look ugly. They're ugly as hell, and I didn't even like them. So I looked on his car. He had a bar. He had a bar that sat across his, just like that here. And that's what he had on his, with some clamps. They clamped onto the bar, and they went underneath the radiator. So I did find those clamps that he had. Those were $120. I was like, man, there's just no way. You know, I tried to do everything on a budget here, so that's what I was trying to do. So these clamps look like that. You can get them off Jegs for $35. They're just like that. So that's what I ended up using instead of what he had. Basically, they're the same. They just don't clamp around the bar. You know, right here, they clamp on around the bar, and you're done. So, but these will be for the top. I'll make something for the top. So I'll get something on there and figure it out. Gravity. Anyway, but what I did is I made my own little deal here. I stuck them on, and then I welded them to the frame, or to the bar, actually. The bar is welded to the frame, comes across. Then I made these little brackets for it. So I got these on here. And then I kind of thought, well, if it pivots down and pivots up, it has aluminum piece on the back end right here. So I put a skinny piece of metal here, welded it on, put another one at the bottom, welded it on, so that's going to keep it from doing this action. So I got a piece of metal here, it's going to hold it, and the piece of metal down here at the bottom is going to hold it. So it's sitting up there. up on the 2 tabs that I got. It's level. So doing pretty good. And these things are just rarely on. I mean, they're not holding it. So that's holding it. So then when I come over to here and grab my little bitty water pump that I got. So I'm gonna stick it directly to the radiator here like that. And I'll have it turned almost like that right there. And that's where that's gonna sit. And then it's got the mounting bracket on the back side. So, and I got enough room where the belt's not gonna hit it. I already measured all that. So looked at all that. So what I'm gonna do is mount something that comes off here, a bracket that's gonna have the 2 bolts that mount onto that bracket. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I got that figured out. And then the out's gonna come up, go into the first port here. I think it's the bottom port. So that's the manifold. I think the steam line port coming off. I think I'm gonna tap into one of these at the top to pop it in there. Like I said, it's gonna come out of the top here, and that's gonna go to the top radiator hose. So I'm getting it. Finally got the mounts mounted up, so that's a big plus. So, and I looked at Derek's. Derek's got the Mesner water pump. But man, they're $700, so I'm not gonna mess with that. So I'm just gonna go with what I got right now and see if I can get it to work plumbed up. The hardest, like I said, the hardest part's done. The radiator's in, mounted. This bar is not gonna mess with the front end bar. The front end bar is way up here. So it'll go right over the top of here. So I don't have to worry about that. So everything's looking good, looking good. But yeah, I'm not gonna start it up right now. It's cold outside. We just had, 18 inches of snow drop. I will fire it up and show a video of that here soon. So, but that's it. That's all I had. Like and subscribe. Appreciate it. Thanks, Derek, again for it all. And I'll have another video coming out. Thanks. See you.